Archfiends, Amazons, and even fortune ladies. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So this is actually quite an interesting list to start things off here, because I love just kind of seeing how the Archfiend toolbox is being discussed, especially with all of this new support that they're getting. Now, End of the World Ruler actually slots beautifully into this deck, because guess what? You actually have a ritual spell that your deck actually wants to use, which means, you know, depending on the toolbox tools that you're looking to get, I mean, you can definitely get some places with this. Is this going to be a competitive deck? I mean, not necessarily, but I do like the idea of the Regenesis stuff. Even the Terror Summon Skull in here is going to allow you to take control of something, or at least think it's going to take control of something without a Gold Sark. Actually not too terrible of an idea though. So if you are looking at building Archfiends, obviously we're not going to have the end of the roll, which is going to kind of hurt the idea behind this, but it's something. Next up is Amazons. Now, to even build a competent Amazon list, I do think that the Elven Note stuff is probably needed. I had to think about that for a little bit when I was initially looking at, you know, this list. It's like the Elven Note stuff is going to actually just kind of give you the ability to set up some columns and actually kind of rotate through the pieces that you're actually going to need. Also, plus the, I do kind of wish we were playing the Joe Cool and stuff in here to be able to beam down the Amazoness level 5 just so you could go get the poly, because it does kind of make the deck feel a little bit better. But this is kind of a little cute concept, man. We don't get a chance to talk about enough fun Yu-Gi-Oh! And, you know, actually playing Pot of Avarice in here to tuck back some resources. I mean, reusing a Baron is kind of a cute option, but looking at a lot of these fun lists has been actually kind of refreshing. Next up, we have Fortune Ladies. Now, this is actually kind of interesting, because I think this is the most competitive I have seen. Now, obviously, I would probably flush out the Fiendsmith package a little bit more in this list, considering the fact that, you know, we're just going to lock them into the Wave King, and I think that that would definitely be something to actually see some more of. But in terms of a competitive Fortune Lady list, this deck has always felt very, very slow, you know. And also, I mean, you don't want to play all of the old Fortune Ladies. They are too cloggy. I think it's always been the problem with this deck too. It's like, you know, you've got so many Fortune Lady tools available to you that you just truly cannot use them in a meaningful and advantage generation way. So you don't really get, you know, that amazing feel that you're looking for. But I like this because, you know, all of the different tools bringing this list together looks amazing. Next up here, we actually have Water Toolbox with Sharks. I've been noticing a lot more of these Water Toolbox decks are just trying to take advantage of how fast you can get Bahamut Shark on the field. Because if you've not noticed, Bahamut Shark is such a crazy gateway enabler into Totally Awesome that it's actually crazy. I mean, even still to this day, you know, we're 3 weeks into the OCG's format shift, and we are still seeing just how good Bahamut Shark and Totally Awesome's interaction actually has been. The fact that, you know, you get to do so much with this is nuts. Also, we're playing titles in here where the Shark package is pretty interesting. I also do see we are playing the Infinitrack Rank 3. That's a crazy idea. I didn't actually think about that. Using the Infinitrack Link 3 in Sharks, as long as you're not Exceed locked, gets you some places. Okay, next up here, we actually have some XSabers. This is actually seeing anything XSaber related has been very interesting, because, you know, we do have this coming out in the TCG, and we've been kind of wondering, you know, how are we going to structure this deck? You know, how is this deck supposed to look straight out of the box? And I mean, once again, you see down here Mr. XSaber Invoker entering into the spotlight, which Invoker has to eventually come back, right? Like, there has to be, especially, you know, if you're trying to promote, you know, this product as one of these major game shifters, then I definitely get it. Outside of that, I think Naturia Beast and the rest of the squad here is really going to accomplish some of those results that you're looking for. So, hey, go get them, hand rip. I mean, Gotham's is an amazing card. Next up here, we actually have the original dinosaurs, the Pendulum variety, and I do see that we are building the Dynamite and, well, the Majesty Paladins and things like that. So, are you still playing this deck in the same way that it was? Like, you just try to put as many of these Pendulum monsters on the field and just push as quickly as you can? Because I think that's the concept behind what you're still, you know, forced to look at here. You don't really get much of an opportunity to play this deck any differently, and especially with the Dracovalord stuff, which, I mean, does open up consistency changes, which is good. All right, you definitely want this deck to be doing this thing. Also, Electromite and Friends in here is definitely, it makes this deck what it is. Like, if we could, I think we could have fun with this if we did have Electromite as an enabler. Next up, holy crap, man, Toy Soldiers and Hamon. What's really interesting about this is just like how strong the toy box generation can actually be for a deck like this. Once again, I mean, we're in the bottom tiers of Yu-Gi-Oh! Here. You know, you're looking at like the fun, casual ideas. I mean, Toy Box brings up 2 guys, which I believe they are considered continuous spell. Well, they would be face down spells, right? Actually, I don't know. I know as long as Hamon can actually use them as fodder for its summon, then I think you're actually onto something there. But if not, I mean, I still see we're doing the Shadal Schism play, which, you know, the standard idea behind that is just to kind of set up the little dumb ideas and be able to roll with it. So, yeah, there's not much else to say about this. This is definitely table 500 material, but it's table 500 fun material. This list was hilarious. This actually is a funny idea. Being able to play Plasma in a yummy for hire setting. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, why are we playing for hire cards with this? It's also that you can get 3 bodies on the field as quickly as possible. And then your deck actually is just protect the castle with Plasma. This is actually a hilarious idea, and this might actually be a viable strategy. Now, the problem kind of comes down to it is, you know, how much counterplay can your opponent have playing around Plasma? It's kind of where we are with an idea like this. It's like, hey, you know, Plasma's still an incredibly powerful and ignorant boss monster. But, you know, if we're making these endboard pieces, does it actually, like, hurt us? I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued with that. Next up is the FTK. Oh my gosh, Reversal Quiz. We have always talked about, you know, Reversal Quiz being this fun card that actually tries to challenge the meta. Now, the first thing I liked about this is we are actually playing the Summoner Monk in here to actually, you know, get the Royal Magical Library loaded up and out of the deck, which is actually not a bad idea. You just have to have enough advantage within all of the spells that you're kind of, you know, going through, that you just got to be able to make sure that the Reversal Quiz is going to get set up and you're basically good to go. And I actually kind of like that. Honestly, it proves that this Broken Bamboo stuff, even in its current incarnation, has really, really, really been having some success out here. And, you know, this is the fun kind of stuff that we love to see in this game. And our last list here is actually, oh my gosh, imagine if we had Zen Meaty. This is actually an FTK where you're able to use the Chronomaly monster to actually FTK your opponent. And if we actually did have Wind Up Hunter, you could actually do hand-ripping shenanigans with this. But this is very much based off of the former list back in the day, where, you know, you're going for FTK scenarios to be able to set up. And you know what? It actually works. I think this is probably one of the most competent lists that we actually had out of this today. So what do you guys think about these very, very fun lists? Leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.